And let us begin right here. Oh, just to add, you can also join us on YouTube. We are streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos, Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Now, let's start with understanding the real estate agency landscape. So, could you just give our listeners an overview of what that actually is and how you got into playing in that particular real estate playground?
Okay, so how can I start this? So, funny enough, I actually didn't learn real estate. Like, I didn't go to school to like learn real estate
Oh,
agency.
there was no formal
So,
education
yeah.
for that. For
So,
you anyway.
it was not for me,
Okay.
although there
Okay.
are courses that do take it. So,
Okay.
so what I started doing was that I started seeing a lot of banners, rent, sale, lease, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just came up with this idea of my own that I can call this number and get the pictures of the apartment, post it. When the when I'm posting and anybody comes at me and say, okay, they want this apartment, how much is it? I relate with the agent. When I'm talking to the agent, when the clients collect the apartment, I collect my
The
commission.
commission. Okay.
Then that became a constant until I started establishing my own self as an agent also in the business.
Hmm.
So, and then the more I did it, the more I learned more about the real estate business as an agent.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
started knowing the diverse parts for when you're selling a house, when you're renting, when you're doing short lets. So I was able to diversify into those different aspects gradually. On my,
That's, and that was it for you.
that was it for me.
That sounds like the simplest thing. It just feels like something a 5-year-old can just wake up and just pick up and say, let me just do this. It sounds so very, very straightforward. Really. Okay, that's a very interesting status. Okay, so looking at how your interest, was piqued uh to get into real estate. I mean, you saw uh, banners
Banners,
and
yeah.
all that and decided, hey, let me jump with. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the spirit of someone who saw an opportunity. I mean, you need to see opportunities to actually take them and make something out of them. But is this something that anybody, any young person, because you are a young person, and
Yeah.
I mean, you got into this space, you're doing really well for yourself. Clearly, there's something that you have, or there's some things that you have that have shown that, okay, I'm really good at this. This is something that I am primed for, I'm skilled at, and so on and so forth. Talking about skills, I mean, what skills do you believe that a real estate uh, agent needs to thrive in today's market? And it's very competitive. I mean, there's so many people who are into real estate. I'm pretty sure that for all those listening out there, you know at least one person who is into the real estate space within your circle. So, I mean, what skills would you need to actually stay relevant and, be on top
Okay,
in
so
Nigeria's market?
exactly. So the thing is that a skill that I feel all real estate agents or people that aspire to be to the real estate agent should go is that they should be consistent. People have to keep on seeing it. There are a lot of
Okay.
people around that are doing the real estate agency, as you said. But when you keep on posting, you're being consistent. And then when you have good customer service,
Hmm.
because a lot of agents, I'm not attacking anybody,
No, no names mentioned.
a
No
lot of
names
agents
mentioned.
are very rude.
Ah,
Yeah. So they
aha.
only care about the money that is being made, not about the client itself, the client themselves.
Hmm.
So you have to have good customer service. Let them feel comfortable tell you about what they want. Let them feel comfortable to refer their colleagues and family members to you.
To you. Okay. Okay.
So I feel that customer service is the key in real estate because one of the something about real estate is that you need constant referrals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So um, when you give somebody an apartment, for example, now, and then there are a lot of units there, and therefore he tells his friend that oh, offer this agent gave me this, another person takes another unit there from you, and before you fill up that unit just from getting
As
one
in one
person.
person.
It has happened to me before.
Hmm. So basically, it means that if from that one person, if you have a good relationship with that one person, you definitely would not have referred
But
to his friends who then, referred you further to, you were able to fill up on
all
all
the units
those
inside that.
units. So good customer service is very key. And being able to listen to what the client wants or the customers, because I will tell you, I've had experiences with some of these real estate agents where, okay, I'm looking for an apartment, and then they carry you to one evil forest looking place, and they try to convince you that, I mean, this place, there's this thing here, and
They say, don't worry, the water will not reach here.
I mean, you are right that you can see clearly that this is
Like,
not,
it's not a place that they
I mean,
can stay.
it's like, it's a boat. We cannot see it's a boat.
No, but if you carry the horn and you put it here, yeah,
Everybody's trying to get their commission because for every time that the client actually takes an apartment, the house, and all that, and they pay, they get their cut, and then they move on. But they never seem to think about, oh, the next
the
one
next one.
and the next one. Because that person who took that apartment eventually would regret making that decision,
I would never.
based on the sweet talk of that particular question. So they definitely would not be referring that to someone else. In fact, someone who is very, very vindictive could even go as far as blacklisting
Yeah,
that particular agent,
yeah.
going down the road. But anyways, that is my side. I'm glad you actually, mentioned that it's very important for any young person out there who is willing to go into real estate agency, that customer service is very, very important. It's not just about, oh, just push them into the house and let them, they get my commission. You also need to have a good relationship with them. And I also need to know, how is it that you are able to identify property that, this property is going to be hot, or this particular place is a prime place? How, I mean, there seems to be some kind of inner eye that, you real estate guys have. They can identify this particular place. It's going to be hot in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, and then you're able to jump on it and, put it out there. How exactly are you able to do that? I've always wondered.
Okay, so especially when it comes to land, yeah, because I also do land. I didn't mention that. I'm sorry. So when it comes to land, you look at the environment.
Okay.
There are a lot of places you go. For example, now you look at that Epe side. A lot of people
Yeah.
are going to purchase land there. Why? Because there's a lot of constructions going on there, and then they've done the road. I don't know when last we went to Epe, but
It's been a while.
they've done like if you go there, it's like you even want to just start a drag race.
But please,
So,
let's not.
so places like that you're seeing pieces of development.
Yes.
You're seeing that you're seeing some construction going on here. You're seeing the road is being fixed. And you already know that in the next 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, that place is going to be a developed community.
Mm.
So what you do now is that you try to pitch it to your clients, make them understand that you see this place now, you see the other thing that is going on here. This place is going to be something. So before it becomes something and the price is it's better to pitch in and drop your investment there.
Interesting. So you definitely need to be able to identify those key things, especially in areas that have development going for them. That's a very interesting thing. And we'll get more your thoughts on this one. We're going to come back in from a very quick break here. We're learning about real estate agency and, of course, how any young person out there can join in this space or be part of this space and make a life and, of course, a decent living for themselves as well. This is Lagos Talks on the Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. And we'll be back in a bit. Don't go in. Quick break. Wow. I do notice. Confidence is key. Let me tell you a secret. Sometimes, even when very what you're saying or what you say, when you are confidence is standing there. You're standing. But even when you're saying, even when what you're saying is right, point and all that, but that confidence is not there.
It's not
You look
enough.
at it like,
You
you
should
know,
also.
so that confidence is very, very key. Once you have that confidence, talking, and once you have the confidence and you know what you're talking about, it's small stuff. It's very small stuff at the end of the day. Constant practice. This is practice.
Aspa every weekday from 1 p.m. Get to enjoy the best of world music from around, both local and international. On Smooth 88.1. The Castle every weekday from 12 p.m.
All right, let's do this. Welcome back to Vegas Talks on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It is a beautiful pump of the week Wednesday morning. A great time to have conversation on Vegas Talks. Ayokunmi right here with you. Alongside me is my special guest. This morning we're talking about the art of a real estate agency. Ayodeji Adeboye. He is the CEO of Rex Enterprises, and we're talking about how number one, he was able to get into the real estate space and, of course, make a name for himself. And also, just diving into the A to Z of the real estate business. Basically, anyone who would love to be part of that particular space, any young person out there, who has been looking at real estate and all that, how they can also get into that space and, of course, make something of it for themselves. You can join us in the conversation by sharing your thoughts, any questions you might have, any experiences where real estate is also concerned. You can send them in on WhatsApp to 0809 440 981. 0809 440 981. That is the WhatsApp number. You can also join us on YouTube or streaming live on Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. You can also give us a call on the studio line at 0201 4489981. If you can't get on the studio line or you are not in the country, you're in the diaspora, and you want to also give us a call, you can call on WhatsApp as well. So 3 different ways, no, what am I saying? 4 different ways that you can be part of the conversation. All right, welcome back to the show, Ayodeji. And it's been fun up until this point. Now, I need to ask this question. Now, clearly, your company, Rex Enterprise, and Rex Realty is a subsidiary of Rex Enterprise. And it's a young guy, Rex Enterprise already, and it's not easy. Clearly, it has found a path to success. Now, for many people, real estate might seem like it's so daunting, so difficult, so tough due to the different complexity. There's so many things that you need to know and be aware of. But how does one move from maybe just owning property to actually truly profiting from that property? And you can have property, but how exactly can one eventually profit from it? Let it make you money as opposed to, oh, I have this building, I have a house, I have this income, it's making me money. How can one actually truly profit from owning property?
Okay, so that's as an investor.
Right.
All right. So first of all, if you want to profit from real estate as an investor, you have to learn the act of patience,
Mm, mm,
and
mm.
you need to know how to go into research. You have to look at areas that they are crowd, whereby areas that if you put your investment here, it will yield you profit. For example, the people that everybody that bought land at 2005, 2000 at Lekki,
Mhm, mhm.
look at the price of 2 bedroom now in Lekki is like 7 million.
It's nuts.
Just 2 bedroom, 7 million. 1 bedroom is say 5 million, 4 million. That's minus service charge.
Mm,
So if you're going into, you have to do a proper sit down, consult with people that have experience,
okay,
and
okay.
actually give it some thoughts. It's not just my friend said this place is good and I'm going to dive into
Just go
them.
jump
Yeah,
in,
just
not
jump
ask
in.
any questions.
And when the money sink, your friend is not there to hold you. So you have to make sure you know what you're doing before dropping your money into anything.
Right, 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 right.
For another example I can give now is you see the way this purpose I mentioned now is going.
Mhm.
Imagine the people that have invested already. Imagine them in 10 years' time, they're seeing their houses there like about 7 million, 10 million, 40 million. And another reason why that is possible is because of, there was an announcement that there's going to be another airport built at that airport axis.
Right.
So you have to know what you're doing, you have to conceptualize and not just dive into things. Some people even just go, okay, now people are rushing now, they want to go and get apartment or something in Lekki because of Lekki is a hot place. But then you don't even research the area that you're getting the apartment in. And then
Mm.
what happens when it rains? You're looking for boots. Looking for- you get there are people who are still around that same Lekki that don't experience the flood. Why? Because they calm down. They even doing their own construction and building, they knew what was happening in this area. This is a
Mm.
flooded area. How can I navigate my house in the way that it's not affect me? So
Okay.
you have to do a proper sit down, proper understanding of what you want to invest in before diving into it.
Okay. So basically, there's a huge need for anyone from an investor's point of view to actually do a lot of consulting, asking a lot of questions. And it seems like many people find it difficult to actually consult. I don't know, maybe they feel like, oh, they shouldn't give this particular person money for something maybe they can do themselves. What is he doing? Is it not to find out this and ask this question? I can do it myself. I will go and then when their hands get burnt, they begin to lick their wounds. I mean, I need you should I say, hammer on the fact that for anything that has to do with real estate agency as an investor, from an investor's point of view, that consulting with those who know what they're doing, professionals, is not a waste of money.
It's not a waste of money. It's just like when you see therapy. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
The reason why you consult with therapists is because of you want somebody um that can help you with your mental state before it turns into something traumatic.
Right.
Or even when you're in a state of trauma, you consult a therapist why so that they can take you out of it or put you in a better mind state. It's just like in the real estate. You consult people that know about it so that you don't fall into trauma of I lost my money
Mm.
or the trauma of you're pushing blame. But you said this place was. Do you understand? So you have to meet people that know. And the funniest thing is that in this investment, it's not even just in buying of houses, buying of land, buying of this thing. There are also other investments you can do in the real estate, this like construction. Right now, a lot of people are looking for tipper trucks. If
Okay.
you if somebody could tell me that they have 5 tipper trucks, I know the right place that I can plug you. Because look at this coastal road that's being built.
Mm.
There are thousands of people. I've even me, I've gotten requests for tipper trucks.
So they're hiding.
They're in high demand. And then um the thing about all this is that when there's good, there's bad. There are still people out there that are scamming them because of those ones are not legitimate.
Hmm.
So if you invest into that, you look at okay, this is what is needed right now, and I invest into it, I get about 10, 5. Even if you get like 4, 3, it will still enter the market. And then the thing is that once you got it, it starts making its own money because they will really want to supply the fueling and
Okay.
the allowance for the drivers. That's how they'll be doing it. So it's
Oh,
just like they're borrowing, they're renting your trucks, but then
okay,
you are
okay,
collecting money.
okay,
And most of
okay.
this trucking business, they don't. It's not a one day something. It's mostly 5 months, 6 months,
Okay,
a
long
year.
period
It's
of
long
time.
period of time. That's
Depending
what
on
I'm
how long the
saying.
construction work will be
Yeah.
going on.
So you don't have to always look at the direction that everybody's looking at.
See things from a different perspective.
Exactly.
Interesting. Oh, that's right there. There's a message here on WhatsApp. This is from Anthony. And he says, honestly, I like listening to a program like this, but at the same time, what it does to me makes me worry because I can't afford I had to buy a piece of land. It makes me sad.
Okay, okay.
Considering the fact that people are being pressed for decent accommodation, is it possible to get a 12 by 12 room size? Because the kind of building those that I'm seeing from outside, I don't think there's space. Now, that is a very good question to ask. And this probably is not your department, Ayodeji, but I mean, can you speak to the level of buildings that we have now? Because a lot of houses now, the way they are being built, it's as if, I mean, as if they're being built for kids. Like they are like matchbox size buildings. I mean, what exactly is going on? I know that you are just there to, should I say, connect those who need
No,
not construction, but you probably have an idea of what is going on.
yeah, what is this is why I'm laughing because what he said was something I was complaining about of recent.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I went for an inspection with a client to a particular house when the pictures were sent, because there was no time for me to go on my own to look at it, so I had to just go directly with the client.
Okay.
Okay, the structure of the house was good from the outside. The spacing was there in the parlor, but when you enter the room,
Hmm.
I'm like, because it's like they don't even consider the fact that beds will be there. Maybe they want you to just lay mat on the floor and sleep because it will be better if when you're constructing and you know that you need maybe the mass you got was not enough to do what was in your head.
Hmm.
Instead of doing 4 bedroom, you can change it to two bedroom to 3 bedroom. But then that space is something that attracts clients. Now I noticed that a lot of apartments now focus more on aesthetics than spacing.
Mhm, mhm. All the
All
bells
the
and whistles,
all
all the
the
all the electricity and all
and
that.
that is not what clients are looking for.
The points are about
They
practicability. How
yes,
practical the place
they
is.
want you the aesthetics are good for advertisement. When you are pushing it, you'll be like, wow, all these things are there. But clients, when they enter the apartment, I can't stay here, it's too small. A lot of clients who can be good.
Mm. Sorry
Because
for another day.
it becomes like I see you are the one that constructed the place. So I feel if it's that you cannot um match up to the to what you wanted to do, then just do something lesser, but still with the same quality. If it's that you wanted to do a 4 bedroom, do a 3 bed, create more space. You can still put in your aesthetics, there's no problem. But then you should think about people that are going to live there. You are building so that people can purchase it and live there. What do you do when you build it finished and then nobody can stay there? So they have to think about that. And
Mm.
that's something I feel like the architects and
The builders as well,
builders have to.
because it seems like what they're after is just build something that can fetch them the most money
But
possible. But just like you said, I mean, after doing all that with the mindset, oh, let's just squeeze everything in, and then those who are supposed to be buying these things look at it and say, "Ah, this thing is too small now, is this and that." Will they still be able to sell them at the prices they hope? Because I don't think I don't know if it will be hot on the market like that. I mean, you can speak better to that.
that's why there's a lot of distress sales.
Oh, going on right now.
Yeah, that's why if some people see that their house has been in the market for like 2 years, 3 years. What's going on? Maybe you have to bring down the price. Again, you see that you have to bring down the price. So they have to now make a pricing that will match up with that there's some people now that will say, this is not that big, but please, the price is not that high. It's something I can work with.
Mm.
Do you understand? So it starts going towards that level. And that is not what the person that initially constructed it wanted. So you have to build it in a way that once it hits the market, it's giving you what you want. What's the point if you go and construct and then when you after put all your investments and everything into it, you just gain back what you put in.
Exactly.
You
No
make profit.
profit on top of that. Okay, we're just going to make another. But before we do that, I mean, how has this particular thing affected you in terms of your clients and all that? How has it affected your own margins, your profitability? Because if that's what's available, and you tell the clients, oh, let's go and see this place, this is what's available. I mean, how has it affected your own business
Okay.
as well?
Okay. So it has actually affected not just me, but a lot of agents. When you carry a client to that, is because there's the stress of coming out of your home, thinking that okay, you finally gotten it, what you wanted. So after all the whole back and forth, you finally decide to leave your house and come to come and do an inspection, and then you see that it's still not what you want. You start losing trust in the agent. It's like the agent does not even think about you.
Right.
That's how I start feeling towards them. Like the agent just wants to collect, he just wants to collect his money and go.
Right.
So what I always try to do is that I try to see it from their own point of view, and I always just apologize. I used to tell them that I've actually not been to this apartment before. This is my first time also coming here. If I had known, I would not have brought you here. But I would take my time to find you another one, a better one. So that's why I said customer service is always good. You have to always know how to relay and relate with your clients properly. Let them see you as a friend, not just an agent.
Okay, very important. Goes back to customer service. We'll talk about challenges that abound in the real estate space. Wherever you have any business opportunity, there's going to be challenges and issues to surmount. And really asking our agent what issues he's faced in building his real estate business. This is all for the benefit of those who would love to get into the line of business as well. To be tuned to Lagos Talks on Smooth 98.1.
Love, love. 8.1. My name is Anna, and you're listening to Smooth.
In Nigeria, I know that Nepal collects people. That police collect as well. Politicians collect, mechanic, tailor, agents.
I know.
Agents.
Okay. I know. So that's why even there are sometimes when a lot of clients don't. That's why sometimes you have to appear well so that they don't see you as somebody that is looking for money.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. There was a time where I went with my clients and the other agent there thought both of us were the clients. It was, no, the packaging was not there. So when you package that, they know okay, it's like this person has you go know what thing they do, all those kind of things. So that packaging actually links into their head. There are a lot of people that just go out like anyhow. They say, okay, well, it's agency this thing now. Let them not look at me like you're selling something of millions. Come on.
Exactly. You need to look like someone that has
exactly. It has to be someone that okay, this is something he has been doing. That's that's why a lot of agents that usually like move a car. The client needs to calm down. I know at the time when I was still like I used to drive my clients to this thing onto my car go back. Okay, I'll go back.
Yeah. That's huge. It's part of business. You need to understand. What is it?
Yeah.
Lagos Talks on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. Ayokunmi right here with you. Lagos Talks is what you're listening to. If you're just tuning in for the first time, you are most welcome along to the conversation. This is your home of conversations. Join us as we continue this discussion on the art of real estate agency. Ayodeji is my guest this morning, and he is the CEO of Rex Enterprises. We've been having a discussion for just to get his thoughts on how he broke into the real estate business, and of course, how he's been able to play in that space and make a name for himself, make a difference for himself as well. For anyone who would love to also be in that line of business, all about breaking down businesses and, of course, giving insights into how those who have already broken into that space did it. It's all about learning at the end of the day. And you can be part of the conversation. Share your thoughts with us on WhatsApp on 0809 444 0981. That is 0809 444 0981. You can give us a call on 0201 4489981. YouTube are streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. All right, Ayodeji, welcome back to the conversation this morning. And I've been having good laughs, up until this point. Before we get into the challenges that you face breaking into this particular business, There's a message here. This is from Anthony. It says, please, what does referral or agents do to the price of the house rent? For example, like 3 to 5 people hanging on to one property. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
Okay, so I think what she's asking is that what do they do to the price when there are a lot of agents on it,
Okay, I'm guessing that's what it means.
right? Well, maybe she reply. Let me just answer based on
I'm
that.
guessing that's what he's asking.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't. You're not meant to actually touch the rent. You're not meant to touch the rent. You don't increase the price rent. And I don't know about other agents, but I feel it's wrong to increase the price rent because the rent is the yearly this thing. So you just have to make due with the agency fee. Agency fee is 10%. Although of recent I saw that there was a place that they gave 20% for agency fee. That was a shock to me because it was the first time I was saying it.
Oh, that is not normal.
It's not normal. Agency fee is
Okay.
always 10%. The one that even goes down is legal. Sometimes legal is 5%, sometimes 10%. You understand?
Okay.
But agency fee is normally 10%.
Hmm.
If it's that you are five on it and you the money is not looking, people will take your money like that.
Wait, hold on. Let me understand something. So let's say that there are maybe three to five agents who are handling a particular house
Okay.
that is up for rent. And you are one of the agents, for example, and then I come to you, oh, I need an apartment, you take me there. Oh, I like this place and I would love to take it. And we are doing business. I don't even know about the other
The other
agents
agent,
in
it's
this case
normal.
entirely. So um does it mean that at the end of the day, whatever it is that is listed as the price of the house agency fee and all that, we will do our business without any issue, without any other agents coming into play, or would they be involved somehow?
No, the thing is that it's the agent you're speaking with, yeah, that's
Mm.
going to close your deal with you. And probably maybe if it takes you to the apartment and then there's a direct agent there too, the person that is direct to the apartment,
Okay.
that we call them the mandate.
Mm. Yeah.
So they will be the one to that's the thing about rent, why a lot of agents are always looking for too much because the mandate only take half.
Oh,
Always take half. Then the remaining 5% goes to the remaining agents that are there. If you like the 10, if you like the 7, like, but the mandate will take half.
wow.
Yeah. So that's why I said, and another thing I feel that is agents to also look at they should be patient. Your own will come. This one you're looking at is how you can give your that client comfort,
Mm.
give the
Mm.
client a
Mm.
good place. Fashion, if I don't used to look at it that they are agents, I don't look at it. Whatever comes from for me, it comes for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my
Okay.
my my own basic interest is that this client should get a place to stay
And be satisfied.
and be satisfied. Why? Because it's me, the client to come and meet next time. It's not going to meet the other agent. So now the client will refer somebody else to me and I will give person another place that is probably my direct. So it's not always about the sharing of money. I don't know if I can tell a quick
Let's take a call real quick and then we'll get back to that. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Please turn your radio set off. Thank you very much. It's still on. We can hear feedback. Can you step away from the radio? We can still hear the feedback. All right. Good morning. Who's talking to us? What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hi, Obina. Talk to us. Thank you. Ayodeji, yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. It's okay. You know what? Just keep listening. At the end of the show, I usually
Number one fan.
yeah. Just stay until the end of the show, and of course, thank you very much. Oh, Do you have the right WhatsApp number? No, no, no. It's 0809 444 0981. Huh. Huh. No one has ever complained about that. That is very unusual. Maybe is that the only number you have issues sending WhatsApp messages to? Okay, okay, okay. You know what? Maybe just double check the number again. Once again, 0809 444 0981. Just double check to make sure it's correct. And you can send us a message anytime. Thanks a lot for always keeping tuned. All right.
Thank you.
So have conversations like this, for people to learn and of course get the necessary information, which is very, very important. Now, Ayodeji, let's talk about the the challenges that you face as a young person breaking into the real estate space. Obviously, it won't have been a walk in the park for you to, become established and be able to stand, on your own 2 feet, from property valuation issues, regulatory roadblocks here and there. I mean, what are some of the biggest issues you face that you were able to surmount that has put you where you are today?
Okay, I think the first issue I ever faced was, ignorance because I was new to it, so I got cheated. The money they went to divide, they just gave me 7.5.
Wait, hold on, hold on. What were you supposed to get?
I was going to get about 25.
And you're giving 7,000.
Give me 7,000.
Well, you paid your dues.
Where?
You paid your dues. That's
It
it.
was like, welcome to the agent.
What a way to start.
Bro, that's one of it. Then I've also had the challenges of yeah, most of the agents are elderly people. They have been in this thing for a very long time. Yeah. So they start to treat you like a child. They don't want to be professional about it. I have family to feed. This kind of this thing, all those kind
They
of
try to, blackmail you emotionally.
yeah. They try to make it seem like, oh, you'd have got a client. You're just meant to hold this one. And I'm like, what?
As opposed to, I got a client, I work for this, I
Yeah.
deserve this, but you want to take more than what they should for doing less work.
Exactly. Then um there's one that I was about to say. Okay. Another challenge I faced actually still with agents being very good and not being relative. I don't know. There's this constant thing I see with a lot of agents, and you become greedy on top money that is not your own. Why is that? I know there was meant to be a deal that I feel like would have changed. You know what I say? You need all around deals. But this agent decided I didn't want to do the deal. Why? Because of there were two other agents, and this would have been a deal that would have given each of the agents on it more than 100 million.
Oh wow.
But he wanted to make 350 million on his own.
Really?
So that's why he did not want to do the deal.
So greed.
Greed.
Just because he didn't want to let other people, should I say, benefit from that particular deal. He wanted everything to himself and let that deal just go like that.
And it was really amusing to me because I'm like, is it that people, well, that's when I started realizing that not everybody see things the way you do.
That is true. Perspectives
So
are different.
you can't, I don't know why you would need to hold on to that kind of greed that you want it all instead of picking it little by little until you actually get there. Before before I strike any deal, I always say a little prayer. I say, oh Lord, please, if this is for me, let it not pass over me.
Mm, mm.
Because you know that you're going to put in effort, you're going to put in your time, you're going to put in commitment,
Definitely.
and then it just sometimes blows up in your face. So that prayer is like okay, it didn't happen because it's not for you. It's like a way of just calming yourself down before
Yeah.
you before you dive into it. So I would say most of the, and then there another issue. that I think I faced was actually getting clients to calm down and listen. Because
Oh,
a lot of clients always they want gold, and then sometimes they come with the money of guns. And all those kind of this you don't when you first start, you really know how to handle it. You would have to. It's like I see they're sending you in a wild goose chase.
mm,
Be going. A lot of agents will even just insult you. They will never ask you because they're like, "What are you asking me for? You're telling me you need a 4 bedroom, 1 million for where?"
that is not realistic.
It was also all those kind of this is where things that were with me, but at the same time they were experiences.
Hmm.
You know,
And you learn from the
yes,
experiences
yes.
as well. Fantastic stuff. Let's take one final break on Lagos Talks. When we come back in, we'll be preparing to round up on the conversation. Interesting what we're having this morning, talking about the art of real estate agency. If you have any questions concerning real estate agency for Ayodeji, I mean, this is the time to actually answer those questions because he's primed to explain some of the things that happen when real estate agents do the funny things that they do. But please be gentle on him. Thank you very much. We'll be back on the other side.
Well, that particular agent, the house was like the house was like 7 billion. Ikoyi
To sell.
to sell.
7 billion.
And the client was still going to drop
Wait. One house. 7 billion.
there's 16 billion on
What kind of house is that?
Not Ikoyi, Banana Island. 16 billion.
Billion. Vehicle.
So,
And someone will pay.
his name was people are paying. People are paying, people are buying it. The thing was it was it gets amazing when when you're saying that it's not for all those kind of things to sell or all those kind of, you now actually see a client or someone bring it to you. Then they need so and so their budget is so billion. And you're like, whoa.
You go first start and say, okay. Mumbo. Because as you say, killing on billion, you only calculate your own billion on top. Saying this one that ginger good day. What kind of greed is that? It doesn't make sense. Collect your 100M.
It's even no actually I just used 100. It's more than that. Oh. Because of it was like 700 million. You look at 5% from the buyer and the seller, 5%. That's 7%.
But you don't want to
That's
chop
700 million. I don't want
it.
to.
You have to chop it on your own. When it's not saying other people are not going to be involved in that deal. It's annoying me sometimes. All right, final moments on Lagos Talks this Wednesday morning on Smith 98.1. Ayokunmi right here with your Adeboye Ayodeji. Is my guest, the CEO of Rex Enterprises. He's a realtor and he is in a great position to talk about this, how he broke into the real estate agency business and how he was able to navigate all the pit stops, all the obstacles, all the hurdles to establish himself and be where he is today. Let me take a message from WhatsApp. Anthony coming through. Anthony is really, really invested in this conversation. And he's asking, it said, hold on, it said it's not every celebrity or influential person that advertises a property and makes it legit. How true is that? Before you answer that, let's take a call real quick. We'll come back to that one. Hello, good morning. Welcome, Paul. Good morning to you.
Ah,
True. All right, Paul, you need to run up your thoughts, please. All right, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Paul. I said earlier on that this is the time for our listeners to actually ask questions concerning this space. Can you please speak to for Justin, especially talking about making a part payment for a property and then finding out that you give it to someone else? I mean, what is that all about?
How do I put it? So the thing is that it's two ways.
Okay.
First of all, let's talk about it based on I said already that not all agents have the same thinking space. Let me put it like that, thinking space. Because why would why would you discuss with your client and then you come to an agreement to the extent that the client even drops part payment? Yeah, once you've gotten the trust of your client and the client even decides to drop a part payment, you've already told the client you're going to hold the apartment down. Yeah,
Mm.
and then you give it out. That means that's what I'm saying that a lot of clients need to take their head out of the money that they're looking at, yeah, and look at the relationship. Now look at somebody like Mr. Paul now. If he's a satisfied client, the next time a family member or a friend says they need this, who is the first person is going to
Definitely, that
is that same person. But now that person now is on company. So I said that he's also said that that it should report to the government.
No, but no, but no, but no, but no, but really, think people have seen a lot of shady, as they say, when it comes to apartment renting and all that. It's difficult for a lot of people, and mostly because of some of these agents who do the wrong things.
Yeah, but another aspect also we can look at it here is the fact that if an apartment cannot be kept, I do tell my clients that there's some apartment that the landlord will tell you that if another person comes, the apartment waits for nobody.
And that particular person pays, it's gone.
That's you will fund the other person back this money.
Okay, but you as the agent would let that
person know.
landlord has said
And
this.
because I know that there was a time when somebody did send a part payment. So instead of because the mandates kept on telling me that somebody else came for inspection, that your client that paid part payments, that tell the person, and I just told you, lady, he has paid the part payment, and you told him, I was there, that you are giving that there's a particular time duration. This has not even been up to a week.
Oh wow.
Do you understand? It has not been up to a week. So you must stand until this, unless we would have issues. And I would not bring any other person to any of your units there. And the thing is that you need to have a proper discussion with them. People have to be clear. Okay, I'm paying part payment now. Okay, when are you going to pay the balance? And then you can work on that. Because it's also I can't be waiting for balance for up to like 2 months.
When there's somebody else,
yes, when the
to pay.
and then it's like you just took because once that comes, you're taking the apartment out of the market. That means it goes off all your advertisement platforms, off all your social media and this thing, and it's off the market at that point in time. So now you are looking at the you are looking at your client. Okay, your client is going to pay, but then the landlord also that wants to make his this thing from their apartment. Every landlord, like you said, we're talking about investors. What do you want to do? You want to make back your profits as soon as possible. So what do I keep on telling the landlord every month? Oh, and the person is going to. You understand what I'm saying? So it is you look at it from two sides.
All right. All right. Fantastic. Great stuff there. Thank you so much, Ayodeji. And we need to wrap up the conversation, but before I let you go this morning, just words for aspiring real estate agents out there and people who just want to be in the real estate sector, who want to play in this field, who want to be investors, and who have listened to you, hearing you speak this morning, looking at, you've come a long way in this business, and you would love to, be like an Ayodeji in the future. What are your words for them to encourage and, of course, to inspire them as well?
Okay, so I will first of all say you should, before entering the real estate business, you need to learn patience. You can go a full month without making one dime. It's very much possible. You can go a full month without making one dime. Just constantly advertising, being consistent in your posting. You need to learn patience. You need to be trustworthy, be transparent. Don't don't look at, oh, millions. My head is now going to exactly. Don't be looking at the, because you're going to see a lot of 10 million, 5 million, 50 million, all those kind of things. So when your mind becomes very focused on that, you will not do the right, you not do the work you're meant to do. You become one of the greedy agents, and do not be a greedy agent. And the last thing that I would say is that you should learn how to package yourself properly. You're going to sell a house of about 50 million, and you're dressing like you've never seen this in 1 million in your life. You need to know how to have proper packaging. Whereas the client has confidence that, okay, this person is somebody that knows what he's doing. This person is somebody that has been actually been in this business for a while, that he has been selling properties. So have proper packaging whenever you're going for any inspection or whenever you're going to sell any house.
All right. Thank you for that, Ayodeji. I'll take one more. It's a very quick one. It's a long one. I'm just going to take exception. This is from Ian. And Ian says that he doesn't think that the actually practices of in this Lagos, and he says that in Lagos, that he rents a house for 1 million and pay charges almost 3/4 of the rent, that he has never seen an agent that took 10% agency fee. Like he hasn't even seen 20%. It's a long list. I'll get to the end. That's the interesting part for me. He says that he doesn't really like these agents. I'm not really using kind of language here. And saying that they're not much different from Flex.
I believe the government.
But he thinks that the man in the studio is a rare breed and is now having a thing. Now that is exactly what we love to hear. Ian, we've had experiences, but at the end of the day, everybody is in the same crowd within the same bucket, within that bucket. There's always one person or two that is a different one entirely. Thank you for the very kind words. Before we let you go, for those who are listening, how can we get to you on social media, for example, your Insta, X, LinkedIn? How can we reach you and have that conversation with you?
Okay, so my WhatsApp number,
Social media.
social media. Okay, my Instagram is a_humble_X. So a humble X. You understand what I mean? Because I humble. So so it's a_humble_X. That's my IG. So if you want to reach me on IG, you can just reach me on IG.
Send it DM.
Just send it. Yes.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Adeboye, for joining me this morning, CEO of Reds Enterprises on Lagos Talks. It has been a great conversation with you. Have a good Wednesday, and of course, a great rest of your week ahead. Lagos, thank you so much for joining me in the conversation. We love it when you have a talk with us as well. We'll do this again tomorrow, 9 o'clock on Smith's 98.1 is when we get talking on Lagos Talks. Meanwhile, keep it tuned because I've lined up great music for you to take you into your workday as the smooth breakfast gets along.